back by popular demand or in my mind. Okay, so I am going to try on my skirt again to see if it's any closer than it was 4 weeks ago. Really, it's been about 6 weeks, but honestly, I feel like it's gonna fit the same because I've been gymming a lot, but I don't know if the needle is moving. Let's see if Compton has a problem still. Okay. Can't say I'm happy about this, but it actually comes. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there. So before it was like down here. So here we go. It's almost there. See, we're gonna have to do it side by side because it's like an inch higher. Okay, I'm gonna put this back hanging. I just wanna cry. But I'm not. I'm gonna stop eating. Thanks.
Yes, I am on GLP-1s and I am going public. I am on GLP-1s and I'm not ashamed to say it and say it loud. I am on Roe and let me tell you why. So after my first Kid Olympia, the weight literally just would not come off. I was back on the court and I was in the gym. Oh my gosh, I was eating clean every single day without any big changes to my body. And it was really so frustrating to see the scale always stay the same or not. If it was anything, it was more. And I was like, are you serious? Like, are you kidding me? So I made the choice. I made the choice to get on a GLP-1 and I'm doing it now through Roe. And honestly, it was like the best decision and the best thing I did for my body in a very long time. The weight slowly started coming off and it felt real, like my body had the support that it needed. And listen, if I was doing everything at a level 10, playing tennis, being professional, and I couldn't lose weight, I know that I'm not the only one. Sometimes we just need a little extra support. Roe was the support I needed, and they made it easy for me to get care. So if you need support, go to roe.co/SW to get the care that you need. I wasn't sure if I'd ever talk about this publicly, but I think it's time we change the conversation. So I'm proud to say I'm on Roe. I trust them with my GLP-1 treatment and care. Roe was the right partner for me because they're all about access. They even built a free tool to check if your insurance covers GLP-1s. It's awesome, and I know it'll help a lot of people. Okay, so I'm not done with sharing. I'll be telling more of my story because there's no shame in this.
I think, Craig and I were talking about this morning. I think you lending your voice to that destigmatizes for a lot of people who might think it's a shortcut and they're going to go, well, if Serena Williams is struggling after 2 babies, that might be me too. And so you've partnered with Roe. You've decided to partner with them as a paid spokesperson. Why lend your voice? You could lend your voice to any company. Why Roe, this direct patient company?
Of that exact message, because I literally tried everything. I mean, running, walking, biking, stair climber, like you name it, I did it. I mean, even down to trying to play professional sport, so it was something that I feel like, even I felt like, okay, I don't want to do this because it is a shortcut or it is like, a quick way out, but it actually isn't. And there's something that I feel personally, like I said, that my body was missing. In particular, after having 2 kids, I wasn't able to be at a weight that was healthy for me. And so I feel that a lot of people, first of all, I love working with Roe because it makes it so easy to get the medication that you need. You can talk to all kinds of doctors. You can ask all the questions. And they make Roe makes the experience really exciting. And so I really love that. And I just feel like a lot of people are on it.
Right, and don't talk about it.
And so I'm like, well, why are we questioning? We should just talk about it and be totally open. I've been kind of open most of my life. And I just feel like, there's no need to just not deny it. I mean, it is what it is. And, I love how I'm feeling now.
First of all, I just want to say I appreciate Serena Williams for being very open and candid about her issues with her weight, because it's very easy sometimes to look at people and make assumptions and come to all kind of conclusions. And we don't know what a lot of these celebrities, athletes, and stuff go through behind closed doors. And the problem with American culture is that there is such extremes. Like, we operate in extremes when it comes to topics around health, around body image, all of that, right? You have one end of the spectrum, which was the body positivity, which in my opinion started to devolve into trying to promote morbid obesity. And that's just not healthy. I am all for creating a space where people feel beautiful in whatever size is healthy to them. But that's different. Having a space for body acceptance is different than, trying to create acceptance around someone who's really at risk in health, right? So you have that extreme, but then now you have this other extreme where it's like all about always having to be snatched. You have women who are constantly competing, going under the knife, Dr. Miami, you got the BBLs, you got cold sculpting, you have the, lipo, you have weight loss drugs, you have the skinny BBL. Like, there's all these surgeries and, women going under the knives and taking drugs, trying to get this snatch look on Instagram, right? But they're doing it while taking these weight loss drugs. So that's one thing I have to say I appreciate about Serena Williams, her being open, honest, and candid about her journey, and how, again, it wasn't just diet and exercise and, self-control, but no, she had to literally be on a weight loss drug to get the snatch to look that a lot of women might look at and be like, wow, she looks so amazing after these kids. So again, to me, I feel like that's just an indication on how toxic the culture is in America around body image, like, for real. Let me also say too, there's the obvious reality of her being a Black woman, right? And a unequivocally Black woman. Like, this isn't a woman where it's like you look at her and you try to understand. Like, Serena Williams has always had like very, what some would consider like stereotypically presented as like Black features, right? Like dark skin, broad features, like very, very curvaceous body. Like, she's always had that. And unfortunately, like, she's gotten a lot of scrutiny from like a racist media because she's in a sport where she is surrounded by like skinny white girls, right? And she's never been like that skinny chick. Like, at her leanest, like, she's an athletic build. She's beautiful, in my opinion, like a beautiful build, but she's an athletic build. But just what I'm saying is, like, so yeah, it's not only is this culture toxic, but now add insult to injury when you're a Black woman and like, you're not a skinny build, you're an athletic build, you have kids, and yeah, it's natural for you to put a few pounds on when you have kids. And just there's that extra pressure to try to fit into a body type or into a size that might not be like what your body wants you to be at. And this pressure is definitely pronounced in like Western nations because, listen, let me tell you, if Serena Williams was sitting up here anywhere in Africa, like, her body type would be completely fine. Like, literally, her body type post-pregnancy is the kind of bodies I be seeing in these Nollywood movies and music videos. Like, they are not tripping over like BBWs like that, or curvaceous women, slim thick, or just downright thick women. Like, so this is definitely pressure that you get more from the Western media. So I don't know. I think there is like, I'm not against people being healthy at all. And I understand some people are arguing that, hey, Ozempic, it's not about just weight loss. It's about helping people with weight management. It's about helping with inflammation. For her, she also mentioned it helped with her sports performance. So I understand some people are saying that it's bigger than just losing weight. But I am cautious about any time people feel like we live in a society where we're trying to make it normal to be a certain weight that you could only get to when you're on drugs, when you're taking some form of medication. To me, that's just going a little too far. And anytime I see companies that are pushing it like heavily the way they are, I'm about to look at it sideways. So that's no shade to Serena Williams. I know she's an athlete, and so like she may be looking at it differently, but just as far as like day to day, I don't think it's a good idea to have people thinking like, oh, I just gonna take Ozempic to lose weight. It's like, nah, like this has to be about, if it's really about health, then it's like, what's healthy for your body type? Not everybody's gonna be a size 4 and have snatched abs after having 2, 3, 4 kids. Most people are not. Some people are never gonna be a size 4 period. That may not be healthy. So like, I just think there needs to be more balance around it. It doesn't need to be so extreme, anywhere from being like morbid obesity to like snatched, like Dr. Miami, skinny BBL, cold sculpting look. And unfortunately in America, like, there just seems to be no chill when it comes to this body image stuff. And it all goes back to capitalizing off of the insecurities of women and them competing with, honestly, porn, which is something that a lot of women and men watch behind closed doors. And it's really hard to compete with that which is fake, plastic, and has gone under surgery. And I think a lot of people's minds are kind of warped by these images that are not real. And people are chasing the wind, trying to live up to images and expectations that are not reflective of a natural, healthy human body. It's just sick, y'all. But anyways, that's what I have. What do y'all think? Do you agree or disagree? Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Thank you so much for listening if you've gotten this far, and we'll talk later. Bye.